Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new Elder Scrolls Online PTS test video with me, Sherman. Today guys, I'm going to be checking out the Sorcerer and its capabilities on parsing and stuff. And I just want to bring you guys along for the journey so you guys could see for yourselves. As you can see, I do not have any food going with this character. I do have a Mundus Stone, I believe, the Thief, yes. I don't have any food going yet, but I will get it going here in a second. I kind of wanted to see you guys to see this from scratch so you can see for yourselves. Let me go over the gear that I'm running for this test so you guys can see. I'm running a Lombris, Julianus, and Netch's Touch for a more of a lightning type build. The foods I'm testing with is going to be Tri-Stat food and with the Witch Mother's Potent Brew. I'm also going to be testing with two different types of potions, the Spell Power, or the Spell Power Pots, and then Tripots. So that way I can get an idea of what the damage would look like with different things. So, but let's go ahead and get this started. So I'm going to go ahead and eat some food. I'm going to use my Witch Mothers this time for the first attempt. And I'm going to go ahead and get a potion ready. Swap to the back bar. Oops, I did that too soon. Alright, 27k DPS. That is about 1,000, somewhere within the same range of what I was doing last time. But let's go ahead and try something else here. I'm going to switch abilities real quick. I'm going to move this to the front bar, where this is, and I'm going to move this to the back bar and see if that helps at all. And we'll do another quick parse on this guy. Now, usually I do parse on like those or these over here, but these ones I do full parses, and it takes a long time, and I don't want to do that in a video, so not multiple testing. So 28k roughly that time. Let's go ahead and check the meter, the DPS meter here. So we're getting 3,370 spell damage roughly, 36k max Magicka, 50% spell crit, 70% critical damage, and a 10k spell penetration. It's not bad. Let's see, light attacks aren't doing too bad. Blockade of Storms is pretty good, and then this isn't even using a Maelstrom staff, so good. Lightning, Mage's Wrath, structured entropy. So it's not too bad. And yes, I am using structured entropy because people have been telling me that structured entropy is super OP right now. So I've been testing different versions of it. As you can see, structured entropy does 23,000 over 12 seconds. So that's over 12 seconds with healing every 2 seconds. So that's really good. The Shock Reach does a 4,000 damage up front with 17,000 damage over 10 seconds, which comes out to about the same as this in damage over time. So they're about equal, I'd say. Pretty good. Alright, let's go ahead and do a parse on the big guy, see what our kind of DPS we are getting with this setup on here. And this way I can also check my, I can check my damage, not only my damage per second, but I can also check my synergies and see how well I can do with synergizing, so I did that again, holy cow. Alright, so we're keeping it steady about 37, almost 38k DPS. That's not too bad. I mean, for a build like this, that's about 1k less than what I was pulling before. Maybe a little bit more. I mean, I could probably, if I really put in a lot of effort trying a bunch of different skill combinations, things like that, and trying different rotation options, I could probably pull more DPS. But I'm also running Warhorn on the front bar, and I didn't even use an ultimate with this, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here. I'm going to switch to the Tri-Stat food. That way I can get a little bit more Magicka health and stamina. And this way I can also try it with the spell power pots to see if it's any better. And this, you guys got to understand also, I've got a lot of buffs on me from the other one. So I still have all the buffs coming off of the other one. So that's why it's showing the 33k DPS with the 40k max stamina, 4,000 spell damage, all that stuff, is because it's giving me all the buffs that I would get on the other big guy. So I need to wait a minute, let those buffs wear off, but we'll do that again so I can see what the actual amount is. Let me go back to my Witch Mother's Potent Brew. This way I can also compare what my stats look like between the two without all the buffs. Because you got to remember, when you parse on the big guy, you get all the class buffs, all the different things like that. Plus you get 100% penetration, so it's a lot different than parsing on the little guy. Waiting for this. There we go. So 36 with 18 and 12, and then with this one we go to 38 with 20 and 18. So we are going to do this again with the same spell power pots. So about 31k DPS with that. And that's with a higher max Magicka pool. More of a drain on our character though, so we were going through more resources with that. Not bad, I would say, but let's go ahead and try it again on the big guy and see what happens over here. And this time I'm going to do it without an ultimate, and then when I test again on this guy, I'm going to do it with an ultimate. So potion, debuff, so we're almost at 40k here with this one. We vary between that and almost 40k, like I said. So that's not too bad. With that, I think that's a really good amount of damage that we're doing. We're keeping consistency, which is nice. So let's go ahead and let this run out, get out of combat, and then we'll go back over and we'll parse. But this time we're going to use a ultimate with it and see what we can get up to. So just going to check here. Alright, so yeah, we were definitely pulling some pretty decent numbers there. Let's go back over and do this one again, but this time we're going to use, like I said, an ultimate. We're going to use the Atronach in this. So So yeah, I could definitely sustain with this, and I can easily pull closer to 50k DPS with the Atronach there. So that's really good. But again, this is just initial testing, guys. This is just saying, okay, I'm testing this stuff right now. In a week's time, they could do some patch, a patch and adjust some more stuff, which would be kind of cool to see what they adjust, how they adjust the values. But I'm still pulling about the same as what I was on live. Or not live, but on the last PTS cycle. I'm pulling about the same DPS as I was then. The difference is that I notice my resource management is a little bit easier to handle. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that resources, this update, a lot of things changed with that. If you guys don't remember, the amount of resource reduction we get is now multiplicative, and it's not additive. So we get X amount from our armor, which in this case I get 10% reduced Magicka cost. And then with being a Breton, I get 7% reduced Magicka cost. And then I think I get some Magicka cost reduction for being a Sorc, if I remember right. Yeah, it reduces the health, magic, and stamina cost of your abilities by 6%. So I get a ton of cost reduction with the Sorc because of being not only a Breton, but also being a Sorc. So this is no longer additive, it's multiplicative, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I can't even say it. So it's 6%. So first it gets reduced by 10%, then it gets reduced by 7%, then it gets reduced by 6%, or it's 10%, 6%, 7%. I'm not sure, but that's what multiplicative means. So that's why some of my abilities probably look like they cost nothing practically, is because they don't. They are super cheap to cast because of that. So I do think that a lot of people will like this change with the cost reduction. I think a lot of people will also like the change of recovery, because you can actually sustain a little bit better now, and you can also do a little bit more damage. There are some classes that are having some issues with the sustain stuff. I wasn't seeing an issue with my Dragon Knight or with Sorcerer so far. Neither the Nightblade and Templar I had no problems with. I haven't tested the Warden or Necro yet. I'm still working through the classes, so I'm going to be testing those later. Both Stamina Necro and Magicka Necro, along with Stam Warden and Mag Warden. I will be testing those later today. I have been testing a lot of stuff, though. In fact, from yesterday to today, I only got like 6 hours of sleep because I've been wanting to stay on top of this and bring you guys good information, valid information, and just show you guys like actual statistics of what's happening on the PTS. And please understand, I do not create meta content. I do not do meta builds. All of my builds are going to be solo friendly, they're going to be casual friendly, they're going to be roleplay friendly, they are going to be player friendly. These are not meant to be builds that are played at the meta level. They are in-game builds, yes, but they are not meta level builds. Please understand that. So my stuff is going to show different results than theirs. And that's because I actually build for mag recovery. I build for high spell damage, that kind of stuff, spell crit, also good health pools, good resistances, all that stuff all in one. And I've been that way for a long time now. Since Elsewhere I've been doing this, and I've been avidly doing it because I like the way this works. I like the way it works out in the end. And as you guys can see here, I have 1625 mag recovery now with a 36k Magicka and 18k health. That's not too bad. And I do have a pretty decent spell crit, I would say. Now, if you guys are wondering what sets I'm running for this test, I did Alumbris, Julianus, and Netch's Touch. 2 spell damage enchants on Trirune Rings with a Bloodthirsty Necklace mag recovery. The enchants on the helm, chest, and leg are tri-stat. On all the smaller pieces, it is max Magicka and Divines. The helm and the legs are infused, with the chest being reinforced. So, not meta, but I'm pulling 50k DPS almost with this character. And a lot of people are saying that they lost a lot of DPS. I think that it's not that... I don't think people really quite understand what that means. I think what it is it's the meta people have lost a lot of DPS, but the average and casual player won't see much of a difference. You might see a 1 to 2k difference in your DPS if you can keep rotations up pretty well. And like I said, this one, with this, I'm seeing like a 1 to 2k, maybe even 500 to a k difference in my DPS, but it's increased a little bit. So, and it might be the fact that I'm practicing rotations on a daily basis now, constantly, that I'm seeing greater DPS results. I don't know, but I make a lot of mistakes, so we'll see. I mean, I can even do another parse here, just so you guys, I can give you guys verifiable proof. And I already made one mistake in there, so. So 26k on that one. I did 28k. I forget what I did the other 2 times. So let's go see. 26, 33, and that was a bad one. Let's go back to the beginning. So 27, 28. I think that was, yeah, that's 31k. That was using the tri-stat food, and then the rest of it is all parses on the big guy until there, and that's 26k again. So I'm gonna do another quick parse. I'm gonna keep doing this until I can get a. And this is what you have to understand. In order to get a good result, you have to do more than one test. You can't just, oh, I'm not even using a potion either. Okay, let me get my potion going. Jeez. Let him respawn. So we did 26k again. I mean, we're staying consistent, which is good. Now I'm seeing more of a loss of about 500 points of damage, not 40 or 50 points. 40. Not like some of these people who are claiming they're losing 10 to 20 to 40 to 50k DPS. I'm seeing a 500 to 1000k DPS difference. And it's either a loss or a gain. It just depends on how well you can do the rotation. If you can consistently do good rotations, you'll probably see a greater DPS output. But even if I went over here and parsed on this guy, I would probably be able to keep a consistent like 24, 25, maybe 26k DPS the whole time on this one. Which I guess I could try that. Let me let that wear out because I made a mistake. Stupid game. No, just kidding. It's my fault. Alright. So. Now I got a heavy attack because I ran out of resources. So yeah, about 26,000, 27,000, like I said. And that's comparable to what I was doing on this guy. So, but yeah, that's the kind of stuff that a lot of us do when we get on PTS, is we test this stuff. We go crazy trying to figure out every avenue of the best thing. The reason why also I'm using structured entropy is because structured entropy, they actually adjusted and made it a lot better to where it does really good damage over time. And I like that they did that. And I'm really glad they did that. A lot of people are probably going to be upset, but you know what? That's life. I could also use crystal frags, and this thing does insane amount of damage now with the adjustments they made. So I'll go ahead and do a parse with that in there instead of the other thing, so you guys can see that as well. So you guys can be like, okay, yeah, he's right. So let me go ahead and drink my potion, swap my bars. We're going to go ahead and do this. See, 23k with that. And if I were to do my rotations better, if I could do my rotation better with that, I could probably even get better DPS results. Let me try it this way and see if that helps. So again, we're going to redo the whole routine. And this is what testing is all about. It's basically sitting here parsing on skeletons all day long. And then taking it into dungeons and testing it, and taking it into overland and testing it, that kind of stuff. It really just depends. So, oh, I just screwed up. So that was almost 30k DPS. I was trying to hit the execute, but I wasn't going off because I was hitting the wrong key. But even with that, you know, Crystal Frags is hitting for 32,000 now. It's ridiculous how much damage that does. And when you do that in comparison to our other skill we were using, the Mage's Guild skill line, this thing was doing 25,000 damage every tick. So it was doing within comparable damage, but this is over time. This is over 12 seconds, not in one blast. So in the long run, this is doing comparable damage even with Crystal Blast. So, but that is pretty much it for this video, guys. I know a lot of you guys want to see a lot more testing stuff of like Stam DPS. I'm going to make a Stam DPS build for the Warden, and I'm going to run a few parses and do a video on that. It will be coming out later today. So keep your eyes out for that. Until then, enjoy yourselves, relax, and let us do our testing. We'll get back to you guys. So, but that's pretty much it. So if you guys like this video, hit the like button. If you guys want to see more videos by me, please subscribe. Other than that, thank you all for watching. Until next time, have a wonderful day. And this guy might see you in game. Bye.